Hey everyone, it's Miss Britt, and this is your virtual art camp for July. I hope you enjoyed June, but if you didn't have a chance to do June's, then you can go back in this Google Classroom and do those as well. But this is a 5-day activity, so it could take you a week or it could take you 3 weeks, but they are going to be up for the remainder of the month. I wanted to go over each activity and the supplies that are needed. I stayed within the supply list from June's, so if you want to jump over and look at that video, you can go out and get those materials. I tried to stay under $20 at Walmart, and of course things that you might have around your house or recycled materials that are easy to find. Alright, so day one is going to be markers and graph paper. The graph paper, that I've made is a homemade graph paper sheet that I use in my classroom for various reasons, but I like to provide my students with this, and it's in your packet. If you want to drop by the school and get the paper packet and the art camp bin, it's in there. If you have graph paper at home, you can use that as well. So markers, a pencil, and graph paper. So that's day one. Low maintenance, not a lot of stuff going on. It's fairly simple if you were not able to go get that paper packet just yet. Day two, this is a photocopy, only half of a photocopy. I provided it's a worksheet in your paper packet, and it's a document you can print off if you need to do that. But that is going to require a pencil, a black colored pencil, and if you're brave enough, a Sharpie. You can always wait on the Sharpie later when you build up your confidence, but if you're scared of making mistakes, you might want to hold off from that. So definitely a black colored pencil and a pencil. Okay, now day three is a sculpture out of recycled materials. So the perfect thing to use is a cereal box actually. Cereal box is really thin, you can cut, and it has a front and back already, and you need 2 pieces the same size, so it's really perfect. Also, if you are not done with the cereal, you just take the bag out and remove the box, and you keep the bag clipped so it doesn't get stale. So you're going to make an architectural letter, a 3D letter of your choice, any kind of letter, and you might need a ruler. You'll need the cardboard. You'll need some hot glue, and the stick that goes in it is useless, and I know that because I can't find a stick in my house. So if you don't have hot glue, you can use masking tape. If you don't have masking tape, the Scotch tape will work, but it's going to be that plastic tape that you might not be able to paint over. And then of course, if you want to paint it, you need just a color of your choice and a sponge or a paintbrush, and of course scissors. So be careful with that whenever you do find your cereal box and you're ready for that activity. You do not have to work in order of my list of assignments. All right. And then day 4 is music. I love including music in some way, incorporating that, whether it's the lyrics or the musical instruments in this case. So I worked from looking at a guitar, and I drew it, and I wanted you to find a musical instrument in your house to use, to look at and study and draw it from life by observation, like looking at the object and drawing it as you see it. If you do not have a musical instrument, you can look up a photograph or use any of my samples. So you will need a pencil for that, piece of paper. If you want to get real fun with it, I have a really cool technique I wanted you to view that I use watercolor. I ended up using that black colored pencil again and a Sharpie to modify and add details once it was dry. So you might want to watercolor your musical instrument. Excuse me. Day 5, you'll need this template for a rearview mirror and some markers and a pencil. And if you want to dabble in some acrylic paint or watercolor on that one as well, however you want to color it in whatever medium you choose is fine. So I hope that covers all the materials. I hope you don't go out and buy anything. If you need anything, you just let me know. And I hope you enjoy every assignment I've given you. Don't feel pressured to do this in one sitting. It's 5 assignments, and you have 3 weeks to do it. So if you have some time, Like on Tuesday, you sit down and you go through all the activities and see which one you're interested in the most, and then maybe it will encourage you to keep moving on and maybe challenge yourself to get a little bit more creative with each one. Of course, I endorse all the creativity that you can actually muster up. So I hope that you're able to find some fun in it and be challenged and learn something new. Thanks, guys.